Hello and welcome to another vanilla Minecraft video. Today we're going through the Elytra Launcher. I built this on the community server and it works perfectly fine even on a server and probably just as good in a single player world. I didn't come up with this all by myself. I looked at YouTube, tried a few different, and I decided to build this variant, so I have a link in the video description to the video I followed. And this is how I did to build it. So I'll do this in a flat creative world so you can easily follow along and do the same. I hope you'll find it useful. Let's build it. Okay, so I marked out a small platform here. Of course, you can build this a lot higher. It will only give you a better effect, but it's not necessary. So let's begin with placing walls on the sides, like this, and some stone over here, like that. So in here is where the water goes between the walls. But we need some way to keep it in place. So let's place a sign here. You don't need to have text. And then on this side, we'll place one more. The good thing with signs is that they will keep the water in here and they don't have any hitbox, so you can walk straight through them like this. So, and I think that's pretty important for this. Let's place 2 buckets of water. It needs to be still. And, well, I think we're ready to place some boats. It's quite important to have it like this. If you make anything wrong, it will probably not work or not work as well as you want to. But so far, pretty simple. Now, when it comes to placing boats, we need a dispenser like this. And I place it on top of this sign. And now to place a boat correctly, like we want to do, fill the dispenser with lots of boats, place a lever like this, and just place them. And you can do this over and over and over again until you're satisfied. The exact amount of boats that you should place, well, actually, I don't know. If you go with too many, perhaps you will create a lot of lag from all the collisions. I tried with 1 chest and it wasn't really enough. I didn't get a good boost, so I think you need quite a few to get that bounce that you really want. But after a certain amount, perhaps you're not getting the extra effect that you want. So I don't know how many that was, but I think it's enough for this test. And then you can try it out yourselves with in a creative world how you want it to be. And now you can actually break the dispenser like this. And you can see that they are on top of each other, but we'll come back to that. I just want to mention that, of course, you can do this in a more interesting way. Instead of just placing the like this. Oh, and by the way, when you then hit them, bonk. Did you see that I had a small bounce when I walked into it? Take a look here. Oh. Like that. So I was pushed back a little, but now there's nothing to keep the boats in place. And yeah, hopper, chest. Use an observer to create a clock like this. Oh, and turn that one off. And that will empty the chests and place a lot of boats. So you can do that here as well. You just need to place the dispenser up here and then connect some hoppers and chests and how many you want. All right. But don't touch them now because they will fall. They will go all over the place. Okay, so back to the build. You have lots of boats here, and as I said, 2 chests or 2 double chests, somewhere around that should be enough for a good launch. Now we want to push them together and get them perfectly in position. So let's begin with placing 1 piston on this block back here, and give me that lever again. Like that. So now we pushed everything just a little forward. Remember now, don't push them when you're building, because you might get them misaligned and then things won't work as well. And then you can move your piston up here. Let's see. Oh, here. Like that. We want to push them slightly downwards, and we can do that with a glass pane. All right, everything looks good. Let's push. They went down just a little, and maybe this will keep them in place. I'm not sure. But this is how I did it, and it works fine. And now we can actually make the tower like this. This is a jump tower, so to say. And this is mostly to fall correctly and also to see where you are and where you're going. But we also place panes on this side and on this side. So everything is in place, everything is aligned. And then we take 3 stone slabs up here. I tried without them, but it didn't really work. So I think that you actually need them to get pushed and to be pushed correctly. And by doing that, we're actually done, except for this last step where we want to break the bottom boat, because there's 1 down here and then all the others are on top. So if we break this one, our launcher is finished. And then of course you can build this up. You can add some ladders or brick stairs to get you up in position, and of course this part is not required, but pretty much this is what you should have. I like to have a bit around. I want to have them protected so we don't walk into it, but let's try it and see how it works. Remember now to, when you fall down, release the forward button for just a bit and then press space to get launched. You can do it before or after, well, I think during my testing I got the best results when I pressed space at the exact time of launch, not before. But you can try for yourself. So it looks like this. And we are now flying. I started at 0-0, and this was a mediocre launch. So I guess we'll end up at 450, perhaps. Yeah, something like that. So let's go back. And now we're back, and that concludes this build. And as you can see, you don't need a lot of material. You need, well, dispenser, glass, water, lots of boats, piston, pretty much normal stuff. So anyone can build this, and I built it on a server and it works perfectly there. And I used 1 double chest worth of boats. You can try with more. All right. I think that's pretty much it. Have fun building and flying, and thanks for watching.